All right, it is the Global Business Report here on Arise News. You are watching live images of we are being reliably informed, the president's helicopter, which is landing at Murtala Mohammed Airport in Ikeja. They're commissioning a brand new wing, international terminal, that's supposed to create about 3,000 direct and indirect jobs. There's the president. The president's had a busy day. President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, he's had a busy day. He was in Igbeju Lekki earlier on this afternoon, commissioning the $2.5 billion Dangote fertilizer plant. And now here he is in Lagos. He's landed and he's about to commission. You can see all the security protocol. Yep, they're waiting for him at the new Lagos Airport Terminal at Murtala Mohammed, new international wing. You just saw Tokunbo Yetunji, our correspondent, live with the Newsday group, the triple threat, discussing the new terminal. And the president is here. He's going to commission that as well. It's a busy day. It's the commercial capital of Nigeria. It's Arise News. It's a raw feed. We're doing it live, and we're covering all the events as they are unfolding. Because this is also big. This is aviation, and aviation has very much been in the news these past few weeks. What with the costs of aviation fuel that have been rising, domestic airlines talking about the hurdles that they face. So aviation has very much been covered in the news by Arise TV, and here we are. It's the president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. He's landed at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, and it's a new wing. This is a brand new international terminal that is being commissioned, and the stats on this thing are pretty impressive. I mean, in addition to the 3,000 jobs, indirect and direct jobs that are supposed to be they're supposed to be set up by this terminal, there's also 14 million passengers a year is what we're expecting from this new terminal. 56,000 square meters, 66 check-in counters that are also supposed to be set up in this new wing. Tokunbo Yetunji took us through a tour earlier on where he walked around and showed us a number of new things that are going to be there. There's a whole lot. This is courtesy of a bilateral agreement between the federal government of Nigeria and the People's Republic of China. Let's see now. There's a whole bunch here. We have the stats. 5 baggage collection carousels, 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure, 8 security screening points, 6 passenger boarding bridges, out of which 2 have already been installed, 2 food courts, all right, 4 premium lounges for the VIPs, 22 guest rooms, and a spa. This new international terminal has a spa. 16 airline ticketing offices, visa on arrival, port health facilities, a praying area. There's a praying area. More than 3,000 square meters of duty-free space, approximately 5,000 square meters of lettable utility space, among others. So, ladies and gentlemen, this new terminal is stacked. It's absolutely stacked with Does it have Wi-Fi? I'm going to guess it has Wi-Fi because the airports nowadays, they have to have Wi-Fi because it's 2022. So President Buhari he's landed. He's still in Lagos. He was at Igbeju Lekki at the Free Trade Zone. And of course, that was for the Dangote fertilizer plant. But now it's about aviation. That's fertilizers. We're dealing with aviation now. So he's there, and you can see our live images there as one of the airport tarmac officials. You can see that gentleman in his orange vest running to the left of your screen. He's trying to make sure everywhere is cleared so the president has a clear path to the new international wing. You can see the security folks with the walkie-talkies in their right hands, gesticulating there about how things are going. Those are members of the police force, helmets and bulletproof vests in tow. Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready for the president. He's going to be walking in at any time, any moment now. We have our correspondent Tokunbo Yetunji live in the studio, and not in the studio, live at the airport. We've got them there. So we're waiting. I mean, it's been a busy day for the president, and look, 3,000 direct, indirect jobs, that is going to be very important. Nigeria's unemployment rate as of last count, fourth quarter 2020, 33%. third, I think, highest in Africa. So the more jobs, the better, and that's what infrastructure does. Every new piece of infrastructure has a multiplier effect with jobs. You can see the helicopter taxiing close to the terminal. To the left of your screen there, it's a white helicopter, and it is, of course, taxiing closer. That's why you saw the gentleman in the orange vest, the tarmac official, running across there. He's directing proceedings to make sure the president gets to the terminal safely there. And he's going to be out any moment, and then he's going to commission this large piece of infrastructure, which again was part of an agreement between the People's Republic of China and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. By the way, this is one of 5. There were other terminals that have been that are on their way. Just so there's Lagos, there's Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, and Enugu, part of the bilateral agreement. I believe Port Harcourt and Abuja have already been completed and commissioned already. Kano is going to be completed and should be commissioned soon. So the president's going to be all over the place. It's going to be all over the nation here. All right, we're zooming in there. There is and you can see Nigeria Air Force on that 5N FGI model helicopter there. That's taxiing, and now it's right up there. The rotator blades, they're still very much in motion, so everybody that gets out of that helicopter has to duck when they get out. So that's the president. We're going to be seeing images of him any moment now. Once again, he is arriving at the new international terminal at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, part of the bilateral agreement between the People's Republic of China and Nigeria. It's a global village. It's globalization in effect, and this is what's come to fruition out of that agreement between both nations. Largest economy in Asia, second largest economy in the world, and of course the largest economy on the African continent. And so it's aviation. Aviation very much been in the news. And once again, let me give you those stats again on this airport. So again, it's pretty big, and we're expecting a lot of passengers to be flowing through this airport or rather this terminal this international terminal at Murtala Mohammed Airport. So again, location, of course, Lagos, Nigeria, Ikeja. 14 million passengers a year is what's been estimated as the capacity. 56,000 square meters, 66 check-in counters. That's a lot of check-in counters. 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure, 8 security screening points, 6 passenger boarding bridges, out of which 2 have already been installed. Food courts, because if you're going to be at the airport, you have to eat while you're waiting for your flight. So 2 food courts, and I think this ties into the jobs, because if you are a business and eatery, and you're going to open a food court at the airport, well, you're going to have to hire people. So you can imagine that there will be a number of eateries that will be lined up in these food courts. Also shops as well, duty-free. So 2 food courts, 4 premium lounges for the VIPs, 22 guest rooms, a spa, 16 airline ticketing offices, visa on arrival, port health facilities, praying area, 3,000 square meters of duty-free space, approximately 5,000 square meters of lettable utility space, among others. All right, the vehicles are moving, I think, to the... Yep, this is the convoy for the president. And again, once again, he's coming in fresh off the commissioning of the Dangote fertilizer plants in Igbeju-Lekki. You can see the police officer there at the left of the screen. He's checking who's inside that car. He wants to make sure that whoever's in that vehicle is part of the convoy. Safety first, all right? You see the airline officials there, the tarmac. Okay, hey, there's the red carpet to the top right of your screen. They did that in Igbeju-Lekki, and they're doing it again at the airport. Red carpet is being rolled out for the president. Now, things are a little different because when he was at Igbeju-Lekki, the SUV rolled around right to the tarmac, right to the red carpet, and the president touched it. I don't think the helicopter can taxi to the red carpet, so the president might have to get down and walk. But as you can see at the top right of your screen, the red carpet is out. They're getting ready for the president. Men in black suits are going towards the helicopter now to escort the president from that flying machine over to the red carpet, and it's all live, all right? It's Arise TV. Yep, all right, he's I believe, okay, there's one of the pilots of the helicopter there. All right, we're zooming in, and there he is. The president has touched down in his shiny white agbada, also with his mask, because it is, of course, we're still recognizing COVID protocols. And there he is. President Muhammadu Buhari has touched down in Ikeja, and he is approaching the airport well, he is already in the airport, so he's approaching the terminal right now with his convoy. And here he comes. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for, and he is about to commission this new international wing. There we go. Okay, so they're actually going to take him to the vehicles, and I think then he's going to drive up to, or is he going to walk? Let's see. We can just make out the vehicles lined up. I think he's going to drive. Looks like he's going to drive in. All right, again, it is the new Lagos International Airport Terminal. This is live in Ikeja, in Lagos, commercial capital of Africa's largest economy. It's Arise TV. And we're getting these images live as the president is getting. There's the army. There's a section of the army there, making sure that the president's safe. To the left of your screen, and all the officials are there. Everybody's there. Everybody's there to receive Nigeria's #1 citizen, as he's about to commission this new terminal at this international airport. And the airport's big. I mean, well, the terminal is big. With respect to the bells and whistles that will greet arrivals and departures in and out of that new terminal. So you can see more officials there. Everybody's making sure the president is fine. All right, let's listen in. Let's listen in. Let's listen in.
All the airlines here, we salute that which you are doing. There is a hiccup, but with a team play with the minister, I think we'll have the line in sight. There's an interface, and all the dark spots are being cleaned up. I'm told the MD Virgin, Mr. Debanjo, please pardon me, I'm flowing from my mind. There's no book specially, but in no special order, we salute you. Let me welcome the Lagos State team to the General and the Minister of Justice of Lagos. We salute you, sir. We're all educated, only lawyers are learned. So when we grow up, we'll go back to school to learn how to become learned. We can't thank you enough for all of you for waiting patiently for Mr. President. Let me flip to the presidency, where we have a lot of SSAs here. SSAs to Mr. President, SSAs to Mr. President, special advisors, the team from the presidency, advanced team, and the others are here. On behalf of our amiable minister, we salute and celebrate you for coming. The MD Sako and every other person perhaps have let out of not intentional, that have not mentioned, we celebrate and salute your being here. The moment he comes in, we'll taxi the occasion. We'll have very experienced hands as co-compares working today. We'll have the one and only Mr. Motosho Omotayo. And Mr. Enna is here to join us. My name is Dr. Oche Victor Elias, and if you permit, I will join them too. Thank you very much, and may God bless us for now.
All right, so yes, there's proceedings, of course, will continue. Again, it is Arise TV, live at Ikeja in Lagos, the commissioning of the new airport terminal at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, and the president has arrived. Okay, so yeah, so that's what happened. So the vehicles went to the helicopter, they got the president, they brought him to the terminal, and yep, there's his 6 bodyguards, all right? We're not playing here. They're all making sure the president is safe, and there he is. He's about to emerge from the vehicle. Of course, security protocol wants to make sure the area is secure and clear before the president steps down. And he's about to arrive. And there he is, President Muhammadu Buhari, on another red carpet, all right? And he's walking. There he is. There he is. There he is. The president is here. He's walking into the building. There's Governor Sanwo-Olu in the blue agbada. You just saw. There he is, the Lagos State governor. And the governor was with the president at Igbeju-Lekki. So Governor Sanwo-Olu is hosting duties twice. He's playing hosting duties twice. There he is with the president. And they are walking now. Yep, there's the dignitaries, there's the tables, the chairs, everything set up. There's the cameras going off. And yes, there is the President, Muhammadu Buhari, he's arrived. Yep, and he is about to commission this airport terminal. Yes, indeed. Trumpets going off to welcome the president. All right. Right next to him in the blue is Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was with the president. All right, I think we got to get to welcome address here, welcoming the president and the Lagos State Governor. Let's listen to the national anthem.
Thank you. Let's get seated.
And 74% in the next 20 years. This will result in additional 9.4 billion passenger journeys by 2037. If met, this increased demand would support approximately 4.7 billion US dollar GDP and almost 555,700 jobs. 555,700 jobs. This is according to IATA. Mr. President, sir, when this government came into power in 2015, the aviation industry was faced with many challenges, some of which were unemployment of professionals, scarcity of foreign exchange, budgetary constraints, sustainability of waiver of aircraft and spares, and decaying and aging infrastructure and obsolete equipment, poor and intolerable conditions of airport facilities and equipment, as well as blocked airline funds, to mention but a few. Since you took over, Mr. President, you have done quite a lot. You've been solving these problems. They've been reduced to barest minimum. A case in point is when this country was under recession in 2016, when the price of crude has dropped from $140 to a barrel to 27. When we were in recession, when we've taken over power newly, Mr. President approved and released the sum of $600 million US blocked funds belonging to international airlines. Consequently, the aviation roadmap was developed and graciously approved by Mr. President on 18th of October, which includes the national carrier, airport concession, maintenance and repair overhaul facility, aviation leasing company, agro-allied cargo terminals, as well as aerospace university, and so on. The roadmap projects are being undertaken through PPP, and the ministry has been working very closely with ICRC to ensure we have credible and transparent process that will result in value for money. In particular, the airport concession project, including the new terminals, has reached advanced stage. The ministry will be issuing requests for proposal to the shortlisted firms before the end of March this year. We also expect to announce a partner in second quarter of 2022 and hand over in Q4 2022. Mr. President, sir, in 2015, the total passenger number was a mere 8 million. With the implementation of some of this roadmap policy, the passenger figure grew to about 18 million in 2019. In 4 years, we grew from 8 to 18 million, making aviation the fastest growing sector of the national economy pre-COVID, according to Federal Ministry of Budget, Finance and National Planning and MBS. Your Excellency may wish to note that despite the devastating impact of COVID-19 on the global aviation industry, the domestic industry has grown leaps and bounds, becoming the third fastest growing sector of this economy, even with COVID. And this is Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me. It is important to mention that the country stands to gain significant benefits in restoring and maintaining connectivity within, to, and from the country Nigeria. Analysis from IATA shows that aviation sector provides 341 billion naira GDP contribution. Within the period under review, 160,000 local jobs created and 535 billion expenditure from visitors will be solely generated from restoring and maintaining this connectivity. Consequently, therefore, sir, these are numbers that are at risk if that connectivity is threatened by the continuous travel restrictions due to COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. President, aviation business suffers from issues of access to foreign exchange by local and foreign airlines and the ability to repatriate block funds. Nigeria currently holds $283 million of foreign airline funds in the country. I would like to humbly request the support of the Central Bank of Nigeria through the directive of Mr. President to prioritize access to foreign exchange for all carriers, both local and foreign, and to work out mechanism to clear the backlog, the existing backlog, and urgently prevent subsequent build-up for the global health of the economy. Mr. President is aware of the recent chaos in the sector caused by lack of Jet A1. Flights were unduly delayed and or cancelled unpleasantly. While apologizing to our teaming passengers, even though this is global, I wish to use this medium to humbly request Mr. President to direct the NNPC to import Jet A1 in good quantities and devise means to sustain supply, as well as directing the Central Bank to allocate foreign exchange for the major marketers to sustain the supply. Mr. President, I would like to respectfully assure you and the general public that the Ministry is committed to proper maintenance of all terminal buildings and will integrate them with the infrastructure to ensure that passengers and other users have pleasant experiences each time they make use of these edifices. I must pause here for a while to thank you, Mr. President, on the carbon offsetting and reduction scheme for international aviation, otherwise known as CORSIA, designed to lower carbon emissions for international flights to curb the aviation impact on climate change. It was developed by International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, and adopted in October 2016, and its goal is to have a carbon neutral growth from 2020 in 3 phases. Mr. President, you approved, and consequently Nigeria volunteered to join the pilot scheme, and as today there are 107 countries participating in the scheme. At this juncture, I would like to extend our deepest appreciation to you for ensuring adequate funding for various aviation sector projects, including the Enugu Airport, Maiduguri, and Abuja airports, from among many. I'd like to thank you, the relevant stakeholders, including leadership of the aviation committees and National Assembly, for consistent legislative support, while making a particular mention of the recent passage of the Amendment Bill of the Act Civil Aviation. This Act, Mr. President, was first enacted in 1963. And nothing was done to this Act until in 2006 when we tinkered with it. And today we are having a brand new Civil Aviation Act waiting for your assent. Mr. President, the other name for aviation since you took over in 2015 is growth, growth, and growth. We have in Nigeria successfully debunked the gospel truth that aviation doubles every 15 years. Currently, in Nigeria, the number of airports, including those currently being developed, has doubled. The passenger number has quadrupled. Other entrepreneurship, including catering and ground handling, has blossomed. Number of airlines and jobs have quadrupled. And Mr. President, thank you for this growth.
Please celebrate the poster boy God is giving to us, and thanks to Mr. President for donating him to us. Lest you forget, Honorable Minister, The Abuja airport is category 3 of the ILS systems. That the lighting system in Lagos is Cat 3, the Katsina is Cat 3, the Kano is Cat 3, the Port Harcourt is Cat 3. They will have 10 ILSs being put around the Doppler viewer instead of them being installed. They will have a Boeing 737 simulator. They will have a fire simulator. They will have a calibration aircraft. All these things were not there before. Let's celebrate him, please.
Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Cui Jianchun, Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Mr. Hadi Saraka, all invited dignitaries. Please allow me to stand on already established protocol. With immense joy, I, on behalf of the management of CCCC, heartily welcome Your Excellency, Mr. President, to this epoch-making ceremony. Commissioning the new ultramodal terminal building at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. I also want to use these opportunities to welcome all distinguished guests joining us for this occasion. We are indeed very grateful that Your Excellency, Mr. President, make all the time for your business schedule to grace this occasion. This commissioning brings the total number of commissioning new terminal airport as our airports to 4. Your Excellency, maybe please recall the new terminal buildings at Port Harcourt, and Abuja were also commissioned by you. This project underlines the commitment of CCCC towards economic and social development of Nigeria.
Last year, we two governments have decided to establish Intergovernmental Committee. I'm proud to share with you this year, before the end of June, the first meeting will be held in Beijing. We will formulate our concrete specific plan for the two countries. I want to say we have 5 subcommittees. We have finished 3 subcommittees. One is about security, military subcommittee. And second is about the culture and tourist committee. And the third is about the politics and diplomacy subcommittee. Mr. President, we are preparing for the next 2 subcommittees. One is about economic sectors. Second is about agricultural committee. I know, Mr. President, you will attach great importance to agriculture. So we believe that these 5 subcommittees will make a plan for decision before the end of June in Beijing. So this is the 4th plan and this program. 5, I will use the word partner. Mr. President, governors, ministers, being the Chinese ambassador, I want to say China really is qualified, capable, and competent, and also responsive partners. Believe me, I will work hard to work in these sectors with you all. The 5P, I think, is very important, but the most important is political consonance, political support. Mr. President, I thank you on behalf of China, behalf of Chinese President Xi Jinping, and thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your support in the international affairs. For example, Olympic Games. President sent 2 messages, 1 letter, and say to the public, support Chinese holding of Winter Olympic Games. We thank you, Chinese people watching in the TV. We also, the Chinese here, know that Nigeria supports China in the international arena, including the Athletic Games, including the Human Rights Council, and I cherish very much. So I want to share with you that without the political consonance, without political support, we cannot make economic cooperation and the security and the military collaboration, international affairs coordination, and the people communication. So I would like to conclude my remarks. I hope that Nigeria, we will have a good prospect. We would like to have a good cooperation for rapid progress. I do believe in the future, Nigeria could be a prosperous country, prosperous nation, not only in West Africa, in the whole African continent, and also international community. So I think that 9P really is important for China and Nigeria, because Chinese tradition 9, that means we could last forever. I do hope that friendship, cooperation, economic, and also military security sectors and people's communication, we can work together to achieve more for the people, bring the tangible result to the people of the 2 nations. I thank you. Thank you for the kind attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Ambassador. Without much ado, we would call on our host governor, the gentleman that has the special luck to be hosting this beautiful, remarkable, outstanding event today. But more importantly, while we're seated there, we MCs were putting heads together, and it occurred to us that we need to congratulate Mr. President himself for this occasion. We congratulate you, Mr. President, because we've gotten to realize that in all facets of our economy, there is none that we could say that you are not pulling your weight. Please give him a round of applause. Except those that choose not to see. But as a veteran broadcaster and a TV journalist, we realize that we cannot be talking of aviation today without the weight that you are pulling in the field of environment, in the field of air travels and tours, in the field of science and technology, in the field of agriculture, just name it. And so we're here today, not just to support you, but to congratulate you. And before we go to listening to you talk to us, we all have been waiting patiently since 8 o'clock, I said. We thought some people would leave. They said no. Since Mr. President is in town, even if you came 5 p.m., you will meet them here. So let's put our hands together for our own dynamic, resourceful, hardworking, diligent Executive Governor, Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. You're welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, my brother governor, the governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni, Your Excellency, the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, my good friend and brother, the Consul General, and also the MD of CCCC, the members of the National Assembly that are here, acknowledge each and every one of you, Honorable Minister, my Deputy Governor and Cabinet members, captains of industry, especially in the aviation industry, royal fathers that are here, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President has not asked me to apologize, but I think it's important for us to put this in perspective. earlier today, he's had to do 3 important assignments, which were not only far-reaching, but they were the very first of our time. Mr. President, I've had to commission in the Center of Excellence, in the largest economy of our country, he had to commission the largest fertilizer in the whole of Africa earlier today. Mr. President, I had to visit and to do a tour of the largest refinery coming up in the entire world. Mr. President, I had to go on a tour of the deepest deep sea ports in the whole of West Africa, also today. And so on his behalf, I want to thank all of you, Lagosians, Nigerians, that haven't waited patiently for him. And now here today, he's handing over again a Terminal 2 at the largest international and domestic airport in our country. And you can see that today alone, Mr. President, is not just about agriculture, which is always very, very passionate about. That's why we've commissioned a fertilizer today, and we'll be coming to commission our own rice mill in future. But it's also about infrastructure, which is the cardinal, gateway to ensure that people can have access to the real things that we'll talk about in countries like Nigeria. I want to thank you all again for being very patient with us, because we have been very, very excited with all of the great things that is happening or that has happened in Lagos today. Kabir says this is another big first for us, and I think Mr. President deserves a round of applause. The Minister of Aviation deserves a round of applause, and all of us being part of this sector, and I think we're just writing ourselves again in history. Mr. President, thank you again for being part of this. And Minister of Aviation, thank you for doing this to us. Thank you.
Tall in elegance and charm, tall in integrity, very, very tall with signature projects all around Nigeria. Talking infrastructure, we can overemphasize. You talk about the second Niger Bridge, you dovetail to the new terminals within the aviation family. Abuja is there, Port Harcourt is there, Kano is there, Enugu, and the Lagos we are here today. Overwhelming support for the aviation infrastructure. Multi-laceration, 10 Doppler viewer, PBNs, global navigation satellite systems. A lot is happening. Certification of the international airports, the first time in the many years of our checkered history since 1960. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you allow me invite just to listen and watch the signing of this MOU today. Our amiable president, please celebrate Mr. President, please. Project overview. Spans 6 local government areas, including Alimosho local government, which is the most populated in Lagos. The Lagos-Abeokuta-Agege motorway is critical congestion area. A critical congestion area is one where a network of roads converges and a large amount of traffic needs to traverse the common congestion areas. Most significant cause of congestion is overdependence on road as a main mode of transportation in the metropolis. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, while I'm reeling out, it's all about what they are signing today. The solution, therefore, to the end the traffic gridlock on Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway in 4 phases. Phase 1, new toll road along the Murtala Mohammed Airport. Future developments will follow. And the phase 3 is a southern connection to Egbe Road. His Excellency, Mr. Governor, our chief host, is whispered enormously on the core importance of both international and local MOUs, understanding synergy, which is the sum total of why aviation exists. The regulator is as important as the operator. And this seamless marriage is the beauty of safety, which is the sum total of what aviation is all about. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you allow me, Mr. President, sir, to invite the team from the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, led by the Minister of Aviation, and His Excellency the Lagos State Governor, leading the Lagos State for this awesome agreement being signed today. First, allow me welcome Your Excellency the Lagos team, because FAN is the host. His Excellency Mr. Governor, allow me welcome you to the table there. Your seat is by the side as the witness, and you permit me invite the team lead of Lagos, His Excellency the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, PhD, as the team lead. Equally, let me invite the Honorable Commissioner and Attorney General of Lagos State, Mr. Moyo Onibanjo, SAN, to join them. In the same vein, the Special Advisor, PPP, Mr. Okpe George, is going to join the Lagos team. Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, you allow me invite also the Special Advisor to His Excellency the Lagos State Governor for Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye, to join them. Ladies and gentlemen, with the permission of Mr. President, I will invite the aviation team, led by the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Amiable Distinguished Senator Hadi Sirika. The Managing Director of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Captain Hamisu Yadudu. Delectable Director of Finance and Account, leading the team of FAN, Mrs. Adenike Aboderin, to join them. Company Secretary and Legal Advisor of FAN, Mrs. Bridget Gold, to join them. The Surveyor in FAN, Remi Aromi Wura, is not left out. Celebrate her, please. I'm told Mr. Yemi Ayi Loshaw is here to join them. Mr. President, sir, they will be signing this agreement. Whilst you're doing that, the media team gets set for us for the montage. It's all about synergy. It's all about agreement. It's all about shared responsibility. It's all about interconnectivity in the spirit of intermodal transportation system, a warm integration of our transport system that as you land, you'll be able to navigate to your home. We can't thank you enough, Your Excellency, Mr. President. We salute the courage of Lagos State government. And whilst we're here, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me salute again the presence of the chairman of the ruling party, the governing party, His Excellency the Governor of Yobe State. Governor Buni, you're welcome, sir. Thanks for being quite loyal and driving the ship of state. May I invite us for the camera catch, all the team players. A warm round of applause to them as they present to His Excellency our amiable leader and president.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, while recognizing our chairman of our great party, His Excellency Murtala Buni, to also make special announcement that the terminal buildings on the other side of the airport, which is called domestic, and this one of the international, within the life of your administration, there will be another partnership, likely with Lagos State, to create an air rail connectivity by rail between these two terminals to shorten the distance and the time the business is being taken in this environment. We appreciate you. growth, and growth is the name of civil aviation under PMB. Thank you, sir.
The second name of Mr. President now is growth, growth, and growth. Who doesn't want to be associated with growth? Before I call on Mr. President to deliver his address, I need to quickly let you know that what is happening here today should gladden everybody's heart. Because just about 2 weeks ago, someone sent me a message from the United States in relation to our airport and sent me a picture of our conveyor belt where we collect our baggage and the fact that it was faulty and some personal effects of ladies and gentlemen scattering everywhere. And the note she sent to it was disturbing. I have a passion for Nigeria. As soon as I saw that, I quickly called my friend, MD Fan. I sent it to him. My brother said, what's going on? This is not representing us well at all. And then he quickly replied me, don't worry, my sister. With Mr. President, he has just recently approved a new installation of what you found broken down. And tell whoever sent it to give us a few days. It will be history and a good story to tell. Let's give a round of applause for our own Mr. President who is seated here today. As soon as I got that response, I quickly sent it back. That the harbinger of bad news, I have good news for you. And so it gladdens everybody's heart when we got here today, realizing this additional progress being made in the history of aviation. Mr. President is going to give us an address, but I'll call him by this particular Greek adage. If you go read his mind, for those that can read mind, Mr. President may be saying today, I must pass this way but once. The good I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, nor neglect it, because I may or may not pass this way again. End of quote of Mr. President. Please put your hands together as I call on our own indefatigable Mr. President, the father of the nation, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR.
Please sit down. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, and Your Excellency, the Governor of Yobe State, members of the National Assembly, Honorable Minister of Aviation, stakeholders of the aviation industry, members of the diplomatic corps, senior government officials, traditional rulers, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I am here today to perform the official commissioning of the newly constructed terminal building at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. This event is an eloquent testimony to the strong commitment of our administration to the development of world-class infrastructure across all sectors of the Nigerian economy. Our continuous investment in the building of long-lasting infrastructure in the aviation, road and rail transportation, agriculture, telecommunications, and other critical sectors is yielding massive results, and the people of Nigeria are now increasingly attesting to benefiting from the associated dividends. Starting from the year 2015, when we commenced our first tenure in office as government, we have been deliberate and consistent in identifying and investing in critical projects that will improve the standard of living of our people, as well
has contributed immensely to our growth and development as a nation. Despite obvious limitations in terms of availability of resources, our investments in interstate rail connectivity, road networks, agriculture, power and telecommunication, just to mention a few, have been unprecedented. Bearing in mind the importance of airport infrastructure as a catalyst for economic growth, foreign direct investment and development globally, this administration decided to prioritize the completion and delivery of 5 brand new international terminals, which were at 11% completion level when we came into power in 2015. This aligns perfectly with our aviation roadmap, which was developed in 2016 for the purposes of establishing critical infrastructure, including a national carrier, maintenance, repairs and overhaul center, and improved airport terminals through concession to boost the aviation practice and take the industry to the next level, reflecting global standards. We have also complemented these robust initiatives with specific fiscal policies to drive aviation infrastructure renaissance. These include the designation of 4 airports, namely Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Port Harcourt, as free trade zones in which customs duty is not applicable. Removal of VAT on all forms of shared transportation, including air transportation, and exemption of commercial aircraft and spare parts from VAT payment. Similar projects at both Namandi Azikiwe International Airport and Port Harcourt International Airport were completed and commissioned by this administration, and our people have since been benefiting from the positive economic impacts of these magnificent terminals. The one in Kano has also been completed and will be commissioned soon, while work continues space to complete that of Enugu shortly. I therefore congratulate all Nigerians on the successful completion and commissioning of the terminal building at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, our premier airport.
Yes, sir.
I am confident that the new terminal, with 66 check-in counters, 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure, and 8 security screening points, among others, will go a long way in contributing to the socio-economical and prosperity of our great nation. This improvement will increase airport operations and management services to about 14 million passengers per annum, with attendant positive multiplier effects by creating about 3,000 direct and indirect employment opportunities for our youth, increased inflow of foreign direct investments. With the delivery of this project, a new era of safety, security, and comfort has been ushered into the Nigerian aviation industry, and I am persuaded that it will get better with the passage of time. On this delightful note, I hereby commission the new terminal building at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, and flag off its official commissioning. I thank you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Your Excellencies, may we remain standing as we will take the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, after which, Mr. President, we cut the tape and go around the facility and depart. We celebrate Your Excellency. Indeed, you're a man of grace, the most adored Nigerian there has ever been. The national anthem, please. Invite the Honorable Minister of Aviation to lead His Excellency Mr. President, His Excellency the Governor, distinguished senators in our midst, members of the House of Representatives, and the VVIPs for the tour. And before them, a very quick snapshot with His Excellency Mr. President. Senate Committee on Aviation House Committee, you can quickly join them. Senators here, quickly join them for this signature shot. Distinguished senators, please join Mr. President. Everybody with a VVIP tag, there's refreshment in the terminal for you. God bless you for coming. We celebrate you.
All right, and that concludes a very eventful day for President Muhammadu Buhari, all the way from Igbeju-Lekki, where he commissioned the $2.5 billion Dangote fertilizer plant. And then here he is at Ikeja in Lagos, still in Lagos, of course, the international wing of the airport terminal at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. He's going on a tour now, and he's going to take a look at the premises. Tokunbo Yetunji, of course, took us through some of that earlier on. And yes, that concludes the continues some very eventful festivities at this particular event, where Hadi Sirika, Minister of Aviation, talked a lot about the development of the aviation sector and still what needs to be done. He also talked about a rail connectivity that's going to connect the domestic and international wings at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. And I think President Buhari is greeting a young child. The president is greeting a young child who is coming to pay his respects. Yep, and that's very, very nice of the president there as he continues his tour. Okay, he's about to cut the ribbon. The official commission is about to take place. Yeah, and there it is with Lagos Governor Sanwo-Olu to his left, and he is, of course, is going to unveil unveiling of the plaque there, right in the middle of the terminal that welcomes all comers. The president there, President Buhari, has just cut the ribbon, the commissioning of the airport. Now he's walking through the terminal now, the new international terminal at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. All right, and this is the interior of the terminal, and there's the president about to walk in now as the tour continues. With, of course, Hadi Sirika. Yes, there's Hadi Sirika acting as the guide, Minister of Aviation. To the president's left and to the president's right is Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Again, this terminal is supposed to generate jobs. It's got 2 food courts. It's got a lot of space. It's got multiple check-in counters, arrival and departure immigration officers and setups, a spa, prayer room. It's there's Hadi Sirika acting as a tour guide in front of the president. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, he's also, describing what's being seen there with the president in the middle. And Hadi Sirika had a lot to say about the challenges facing the aviation sector. He talked a lot about the need for assistance. And this, of course, is essentially saying that this is a manifestation of what can be done when infrastructure is prioritized in different sectors of Nigeria's economy. And the tour continues. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari taking a tour of the new international wing at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. He's flanked by the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was also at the commissioning of, there it is, the new terminal building, Murtala Mohammed International Airport, commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on this day, Tuesday, March the 22nd, 2022. Lots of 22s in there. March 22, 2022. And there's the president. There it is. It's official. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there are other such international wings that have been commissioned in other states in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Enugu. Abuja and Port Harcourt have already been completed and commissioned. Kano will be completed and has been completed, and Kano will be commissioned as well. The president has just walked through some metal detectors. If you are arriving and, of course, departing, that's part of the security protocol at the airports. Lots of media there, as you can see, lots of cameras, as Hadi Sirika and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are taking him through a tour of the new terminal. 14 million passengers is what the estimates are on an annual basis that will be going through this terminal. There's Hadi Sirika, Minister for Aviation there. He is, again, describing the layout to the president. And you can see the sign there, food and drinks. If you see that blue sign above the president's head to the left, Platinum Lounges, and I think, can't see what the middle says, but food and drinks. So remember, 2 food courts are in this lounge. You can hear the trumpets. The trumpets seem to be following the president all through the terminal. All right, they're making a right turn now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big terminal. This is big. So this tour is going to continue as they go through the different wings. There's the officials there awaiting the president. There's the escalators. Always nice to have escalators and physical stairs side by side. For those that want to get a little cardio in, get their heart rate up, you can walk up the stairs with your luggage, bit of weightlifting. And but if you don't feel like doing it, there's a running escalator that can just take you up or down. I prefer to take the stairs. I take the stairs. Stairs are always healthier. All right, they're awaiting President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria. He has successfully commissioned the new international wing at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. He's flanked by the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika. He's flanked by Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. This is the second of 2 commission activities that took place today. The first was at the Igbeju-Lekki Dangote fertilizer plant, $2.5 billion worth. That's another job creator. That's another infrastructure celebration for the nation. And there's the president now, and there's the media officials, government officials, all following And look at that, a good view. Yeah, there's the Arise TV cameras, they give you the best shots. You get the best shots on Arise television. Look, that's showing you outside what it looks like from the windows there. You can see the well-demarcated tarmac, security, vehicles. There, of course, is the announcement. There it is, the new terminal building, Murtala Mohammed International Airport, commissioned by President Buhari. And the trumpets are still going. All right. And you can see that big billboard at the top of the screen. Place your ad here. So this is going to be an income generator for the airports. There's going to be lots of spaces for billboards for different brands and different companies. If you caught that as the officials were walking down these runway here. There'll be lots of ad spaces for businesses to place ads, and that's going to be a way to recoup income for this terminal. Again, a bilateral agreement between the People's Republic of China and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There's another billboard. You see the big billboard to the right? Lots of billboards. So, I mean, if you've got a terminal this big, you're going to have spaces for ads. There will be ads everywhere. And companies will pay for that ad space, because if you have 14 million people moving through a terminal on an annual basis, that's a lot of eyes. And those eyes, all right, there's passport control. There's a big sign there, passport control, that's immigration. President now is taking a seat. He's going to be flanked by Hadi Sirika to the left, Babajide Sanwo-Olu to the right. I think they're looking at a floor plan. I think you're looking at a floor plan of the airport. Hadi Sirika, the Minister of Aviation, to the left of your screen, showing the President exactly detailing what else is on this massive infrastructure for aviation. All right, the tour continues at the commissioning of the new Lagos Airport terminal at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. The president now continues his tour. Again, he is being flanked by Hadi Sirika. Okay, it looks like the tour is over. All right, it looks like the president he's concluded his tour and he's heading out now. There are the security detail awaiting the president as it looks like he's about to depart the new international wing. He's been escorted out by Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Chief aircraft.
All right, and again, it's been commissioned, it's been completed. The president has, of course, commissioned this new wing, which is supposed to create 3,000 direct and indirect jobs, 2 food courts, 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure. And speaking of departure, it looks like the president is leaving. So is the governor. All right, that's been a very, very eventful day for Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari. First, of course, it was the Igbeju-Lekki Dangote fertilizer plant, $2.5 billion there. That's the estimated value of that plant, which, of course, is part of a much larger refinery, 650,000 barrels per day. The president then, of course, is just leaving now. He's just leaving Ikeja. There it is, the new terminal building here in Ikeja, Murtala Mohammed International Airport, commissioned by President Buhari, Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's history. It's Tuesday, March 22nd of 2022. Everybody who comes through will see that there. And we're looking forward to the contribution that this new terminal is going to provide to the aviation sector. And there's more commissions down the line. Kano's coming up next, as well as the others. So, and there's, of course, the aerial shots of the Dangote fertilizer plant. Everyone was there for this commissioning of this plant. Femi Gbajabiamila, Speaker of the House, Ahmed Lawan, Senate President, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was there. Everyone possible was at that commissioning there. Very eventful day. And now here we are in the now. I believe that's the president getting ready to depart at the conclusion of the commissioning of this international wing of the Murtala Mohammed Airport. And the Hadi Sirika has talked about a connection, a rail connection between the two terminals to reduce the commuting time for travelers. 2 food courts, 4 premium lounges, 22 guest rooms and a spa, 16 airline ticket offices, visa on arrival, port health facility, praying area, 3,000 square meters of duty-free space, 5,000 approximate square meters of lettable utility space. You saw the billboards. There's going to be billboards everywhere for brands to advertise, because there's what's 14 times 2? 28? There's 28 million eyes for everyone that's going to be, for the 14 million passengers that are going to be moving through this terminal on an annual basis. 28 million eyes that will be focused on those big billboards for advertising brands. So you have to marvel at the setup and the potentials for the aviation sector, not only for Lagos, for the rest of the country. And as Hadi Sirika said, he did go through some stats during his speech. 2015, the airport saw about 8 million people moving through the airports in 2015 when the Buhari administration came into power. And that grew to 18 million by 2019. And that was, of course, before the pandemic hit in 2020. So Hadi Sirika did point out that there was growth in terms of passenger traffic through Nigeria's airports, supported by statistics on the Bureau of Statistics, of course, the MBS, the Bureau of Statistics. And so there's hope that that's going to grow. Of course, all right, so that's yeah. So there's lots of traffic that's going to be going through the terminals, and you're seeing Eagle One. That's Eagle One. That's what we're looking at there. The president, he's boarded Eagle One, and he is going to be heading back to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. There's the stairs. It's automatic there. The stairs on Eagle One are folding back up, and the president is about to depart after a full day for President Muhammadu Buhari. From manufacturing to aviation, critical sectors for jobs in Africa's largest economy. So Eagle One is getting ready to taxi out of the terminal of the brand new international terminal at at Murtala Mohammed Airport. And the president will be leaving after the commission is not complete. And of course, a lot was said in the speeches that were given today. Hadi Sirika also said, that they're calling on the NNPC to import Jet A1 aviation fuel in order to assist players in the sector. We'll see how that works out. Also calling on the Central Bank of Nigeria to allocate foreign exchange to sustain supply of Jet A1. It's deregulated and it's imported into the country. Yep, you're seeing the stairs that lead up to that the mobile stairs that allow passengers to board the planes. That's of course departing now to allow room for Eagle One to be able to depart from the new international terminal that's been commissioned by President Buhari. And you can see the tarmac officials there in the orange vests directing Eagle One. So Eagle One is about to depart, containing President Buhari of Nigeria, who's had a full day. He's had a full day of commissioning of very vital infrastructure additions to Nigeria. I mean, with the Dangote fertilizer plant, you're looking at $400 million estimated export earnings of fertilizer, and you have to imagine what that means for food security. And then, of course, to handle increased traffic coming to the airports, a new large terminal that is going to be handling approximately 14 million passengers on an annual basis. So again, we are focused on Eagle One as it is preparing to depart and take the president back to the seat of power at the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. And speaking of Abuja, Abuja was one of 5 locations where these international terminals, new terminals have been built. So Abuja and Port Harcourt, they've been completed, they've been commissioned. Now Lagos, next up Kano and Enugu. So the president there, of course, getting ready to head on back to Abuja and to continue facing other matters. It's going to be a very eventful year, an active year for the president, as is every other year. And so, again, let's run down those stats again for this facility. So once again, 5 baggage collection carousels, 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure, 8 security screening points, 6 passenger boarding bridges, out of which 2 have already been installed, 2 food courts, 4 premium lounges, 22 guest rooms and a spa, 16 airline ticketing offices, a visa on arrival and a port health facility, praying area, more than 3,000 square meters of duty-free space, approximately 5,000 square meters of lettable utility space, and others. There's a whole lot of other amenities at this international terminal. So again, President Buhari has completed the commissioning of the terminal, Lagos Airport Terminal, International Wing, and he has boarded Eagle One, and he is getting ready to depart, head on back to Abuja. And again, the aviation sector, of course, facing some challenges recently with the increase in Jet A1 fuel that has squeezed a bit of the margins of the players in the sector. That was addressed. Hadi Sirika, very honest assessment of the sector and the assistance that it needs. Talked about the foreign exchange that's trapped in Nigeria. Hadi Sirika said about $283 million is still held in Nigeria, and he wants to clear the backlog of foreign exchange so those players can get those funds. All right, Eagle One Eagle One is departing. It is now taxiing away from the terminal. The president, after commissioning the terminal, he is now heading out. Eagle One is heading to the runway and getting ready to take off. It is taxiing away from the terminal now. President Buhari is leaving and heading back to Abuja. All right, that's Eagle One that is departing now. After, of course, once again, live images in Ikeja in Lagos. President Buhari has completed the commissioning of the new international wing at the Murtala Mohammed Airport.